Hello and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a TBR jar video. I'm really excited. I haven't done one since December, I think. And I'm really excited because, well, first of all, I'm excited because I really love these sort of videos. And secondly, I'm really excited because this year, my plan is to read every single book that I put in these TBR videos. And another goal of mine is to actually read most of the books that I have on my physical TBR. So we're bringing back the TBR jar and hopefully that will help me in order to read all of these by the end of the year. So I'm gonna get straight into it. I haven't used this in the last 4 months, so I'm really excited. Let's see, the first prompt, Cowboy romance. I'm not mad about that. Okay, wait. I don't know about this. Is this considered a cowboy romance? I don't think that it is. It says that he's a hockey player. I think that it's a cowboy series, but this is not a cowboy romance. I was really excited about that because I really need to read it. I have been saying that I'm gonna read this book for so long, but I feel like choosing this would be cheating. Okay, so the obvious one is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. This is definitely a cowboy romance. Let me see if I have anything else. I do technically have the other Elsa Silver books, so I have Wild Love and I also have Off to the Races, which I'm pretty sure Off to the Races is an actual cowboy romance, but I don't want to start another series from Elsa Silver since I haven't finished the Chestnut Spring series. So I do think that we're gonna go with Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. I'm really excited to read this. I have heard really good things. I was actually planning on finishing the Chestnut Spring series and then picking this one up. I do also own the second book in this series, so if I end up really liking this, I could just go straight into the second one. And it is a very short book, which we love to see. So this is the first book on my April TBR. It's crazy that we are already in April. It feels like January was yesterday. Let's move on to the second prompt. The first one was fine. I actually really enjoyed it. Let's see what the second one is. Last book in a series. Oh, I know. Okay, I know for a fact that this is the last book in the series. So we have Rewind It Back by Least 40. On Her Own League came out a couple of weeks ago. So that is a spin-off series. It's not part of this series. It's a spin-off book, not a spin-off series. This is technically the last book in the Windy City series. So I could do this one. And the other book that I have is The Fiancé Farce by Elena Armas. I don't know which of the two I should do. The thing is, I was planning on doing a reread of all of the Windy City series books and then I would go into this book because I read Play Along, which is the book before this, the fourth book in the series. I read it I think last year and I didn't like it. Okay, that's a lie. I liked it, but I gave it 4 stars and I do think that I wasn't in the right mindset to pick it up, but in order to give this book the best chance and also revisit Play Along, I was planning on doing a reread of all of the series just to kind of get reacquainted with the characters. So if I decide to put this on my TBR for the month, I do technically need to also do a reread of all of the other books. So this is the first option, and the second option is The Fiancé Farce by Elena Armas. This is a bit more of a springy book, so that's kind of nice, but at the same time I did have this book in my December TBR and I never picked it up. I don't know, I kind of want to put this book just because I feel like I need to low-key force myself to do the reread, because I feel like I'm a bit intimidated by the fact that I will have to be reading 5 books and annotating all of them, which might make you wonder why am I annotating them if I don't feel excited about it. And I do feel excited about it, but it's a commitment and I'm just a bit scared of it. But at the same time, if I don't do it now, I don't know when I'm gonna do it. But this is definitely a bit of an easier option and it does fit spring more. Here's the thing, I'm just gonna put a pause on it. We're just gonna let both of these to the side. We're gonna choose the next books and then at the end of the video I'm just gonna revisit this prompt and see which one of the two I'm gonna read. We're gonna put a pin on that and we're gonna choose the third prompt and the third book of this video and of my April TBR. Still feels crazy to say April. This is a long one. My favorite color on the cover. Okay, my favorite color is sage green or yellow. I don't think that I have a yellow book cover that is fully yellow. Oh, I mean, I have this one. So we have this one, which is yellow. And then I think I do have actually some green ones. I have this one, which is a sage green. This is literally the color that is my favorite one. Oh, this is also another yellow book. And this is literally the shade of yellow that I really like. I like the pastel colors. And I also have this one. Okay, so we have 4 different books. We have Our Stop by Lara Jane Williams. I have read 2 books from this author, I think, and I did enjoy them. I'm curious to see how this one is gonna be. This is, I think, the most popular one that she has. Then we have Fancy Meeting You Here by Jolie Tew. I don't remember what this is about. It's an opposite attracts, and it's about a florist and a Grand Prix caterer. So we have this one. And then we have Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I, again, don't know what this is about. I think that this is kind of like a Renaissance fair. I think that that they meet in a Renaissance fair, and I think that one of them is actually a teacher. So we have this one, and then the last book that I have is The Fiancé Farce by Alexandria Bellafleur, which is the book that I'm probably gonna pick up. And I feel like this is the best of both worlds. It has the yellow, which is one of my favorite colors again, and then it also has like the green on the side. It's not the exact shade of green that I love, but it is really close to it. I think we're gonna do this one. I'm really excited. It's a sapphic romance. I love Alexandria Bellafleur's writing. I have read one book from her and I loved it so much. I read Truly Madly Deeply, and I really just want to read more books from her and also pick up the new one that she has. So I think I'm gonna pick this one. Okay, so we have picked 2 books, but technically we have 3 books. So now we're gonna move on to the 4th prompt. I was thinking of actually doing only 4, but we'll see. Foiled cover. Oh, I actually don't know if I have anything like that. I don't really have that many foiled covers. Most of them just have some glossy details, but that's not foiled ones. So I found these 2 books. They're both pink. Love the color scheme. So we have First Time Color by B.K. Borson. This one, the title is foiled, as you can see, and the author's name is also foiled. And then I also have Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. This one has, I don't know if you will be able to see, but it has some little details on the flowers that are foiled. It has like some dots, and then also the name of the author has gold foil around it. So we have these 2 books. Things We Hide from the Light is in my TBR for the year, my 26 books I want to read in 2026. So I should probably pick this one up now that I'm thinking about it. It's not as foiled as this one, but it is on my TBR for the year, so I think I should prioritize this one. Although at the same time, the second book in this series did just come out, so no, I feel good about this choice. I need to read this one. I have been avoiding it because it is really thick, so I'm gonna pick this one up. Okay, so far I have a lot of books that I'm really excited about, and I do think that I have the audiobook of at least 2 of them. So I feel like I should pick up another prompt. This is what I did every single time last year. I would pick so many more prompts. I think at some point I picked 7 different books. Who do I think I am picking that many books? But I do think that I can do 5, especially because, like I said, 2 of the books that I have already chosen are books that I also have the audiobook for. So I feel like that just makes it a bit easier. Let's pick the 5th and final prompt. I'm not choosing another one. Pinterest pics. I don't know if that's gonna be good because right now I'm doing a lot of scrapbook things. So my Pinterest is basically just a bunch of scrapbook materials, scrapbook ideas and stuff like that. Okay, I actually saw a photo, but I don't have a single one of the books. Oh, maybe I should go from this one. Nah. Oh, wait. This photo has yours truly. I mean, it's obviously a different cover, but you get the point. Okay, I was actually not expecting for that to be so fast. I was ready for this prompt to take a really long time, but yeah, I guess that's the last book that I'm gonna be choosing. This is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is the 2nd book in the Part of Your World series. I gave 5 stars to that book, so I'm really excited to go into this one. I have heard phenomenal things about this book. This is probably the only book that I haven't heard a single person say that they don't like it, which is kind of crazy. I feel like there's always one person that doesn't like a book, but this is an anomaly. It's like everyone loves this book, and I want to know what that's about. I have been trying to skip any spoilers because I really love going into books not knowing that many things, and because so many people talk about this book so often because it's a very well-loved book, I have been skipping so many different parts of videos where they're talking about this book, or so many different videos where they're talking about this book, because I want to make sure that I'm not spoiled about anything that has to do with this book, and then just my experience gets ruined. So yeah, this is going to be the last book. Now we need to decide on these 2. Okay, let me think for a minute. Okay, so the books that I have on my TBR are books that I'm really excited about and books that I'm happy that I'm going to read, for the most part at least. I also need to keep in mind that I do have a 5-day trip in April, so I'm obviously not going to be reading anything over there. This feels like such a hard decision, and it's not. I don't know why I'm overthinking it so much. Give me a second. I think I'm gonna just rewind it back. I am actually starting to get really excited about me rereading all of the books, especially because my favorite book is Mile High. I know I am an anomaly because most people don't like that book, and trust me, it's like a stab in the heart every single time a person recommends just skipping that book. I'm like, pain, so painful. But because that's my favorite book, that's literally my favorite book ever, like if you were to tell me which is the one book that is the best book that you have ever read, I would say Mile High, which I know that a lot of people would disagree with me about that, but that is obviously the first book in the series. So if I do a reread, I'm obviously gonna start with Mile High. So I am excited about that. I am gonna put Rewind It Back on my TBR for the month, and hopefully I will do the reread because I have been wanting to reread the series since last year. So this is going back on the TBR card. And yeah, those are the 5 books I'm gonna be reading in April, hopefully, fingers crossed. I am allowing myself to not finish one book from my TBR every single month. That's it. The rest of them, I need to read them. I'm gonna try and read all of them, but I'm trying to be a bit realistic and I'm allowing myself to not read one book. So this is the stack that we have. First book for A Cowboy Romance is done and dusted. The second book for the last book in a series is Rewind It Back. And then we have my favorite color on the cover, and that is The Fiancé Farce. We have Foiled on the cover, and that is Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. And then we have... okay, my cat has just decided to groom herself, which is great. The last prompt was Pinterest pics, and for that we have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I'm really excited about all of these books, and I feel like there's a high potential of me finding some new favorites. But that's everything. That's all I had to say. That's the 5 books that I'm going to read in April. I hope that you like this video. I'm definitely gonna try and do one for May, and hopefully I will have read all of them. But that's all I had to say. I hope that you like this video, and I hope that I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so